Hello YouTube, it is your boy and we're back at it again looking at some quadratics. This is going to be your one-stop solution for completing the square, how to complete the square, why it works and how to solve equations once we have completed the square. So we're going to jump in with that, but before that let's have a look at these two shapes. Say I want the area of these highlighted regions, okay? On the left I have x and then I have x and b. So shout out to primary school maths. If I want the area of this whole rectangle, I'm going to do height times depth. Okay, so that's going to be x multiplied by x plus b. So I'm finding the area of this whole chunky rectangle. So if I expand this bad boy out over here, I have x squared plus bx. That's the area of this rectangle. Now, we're going to do some surgery to this rectangle. I'm going to chop b in half. So I've already done the dotted line here. I'm going to stick half of this shape at the top. Okay, now we must know that the area of the highlighted region will be the same. If we just cut a little bit of paper off and stick it on somewhere else, the total area is going to be the same. But let's see if we can think of a different way to calculate this area. One way we can do it is this. I'm going to, again, do length times depth, which in this case will be x plus b over 2 multiplied by x plus b over 2. So I have this. This is going to give me x plus b over 2 squared. Now that will give me the area of this whole rectangle, but I've sort of added in this extra area for this bit that's not coloured in. So I have to factor for that. I'm going to take this away. We can see that the dimensions are going to be b over 2, b over 2. So this area will be b over 2 squared. Now, it is my contention that these two are equivalent. I've got a very funny angular equal sign there, but instinctually we know they're equivalent because we've just got the second shape by moving a piece of the blue area around. But let's actually show that these two forms are equivalent. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the right-hand side. I'm going to expand, and we're going to get to the left-hand side. Okay, so bear witness. Right, let's go with a funky colour. So x plus b over 2 multiplies x plus b over 2. We're going to use our beautiful firework method. We draw a wonderful firework and we follow the lines of the firework and we multiply whatever touches. So that's b over 2 squared. So firstly I have x squared plus bx over 2 plus bx over 2 plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared. Now let's have a look at this. Okay, so 2 lots of 1/2 of bx is going to be 1/2 plus 1/2 is just x squared plus bx. B over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared is just nothing. So we have x squared plus bx. So we can see that these two forms are equivalent. Oh, well this is the major key to completing the square. We use this restatement of the same thing. X squared plus bx equals x plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared. This is known as the completed square form. When someone says write it in this completed square form, what they're saying is do this. And we're about to do this. So here is the first example. This is my rule, okay, of equivalence between the normal quadratic form and the completed square form. And I'm going to try and rewrite this little expression here in the completed square form. The first thing I need to do is I need to recognise what b is. So it's x squared plus bx. Looking at this expression, what is b? Yes, b is 8, okay? Now that I know that b is 8, I can straight away just write it in to the completed square form. No maths involved, no thinking involved. Straight into the completed square. So that's going to be x plus 8b over 2 squared minus b, oops, no thinking involved unless you get it wrong. Squared, there we go. This is in the completed square form. Ta-da! Let's just do a little bit of maths though. So that's going to be x plus 4 squared minus 4 squared. So that's going to be x plus 4 squared minus 16. That is my completed square. Oh yeah. Let's have a look at this one. This time I have to be on my guard. Ooh, I'm out of focus. Hello, 1 second. Bang. And we're back. I have to be super careful because my b is negative. Oh golly. Oh dear. Well, I say oh dear, but together we're going to handle this. So b equals minus 3. Alrighty? So I'm just going to be careful with my negatives. So I'm just going to go x plus minus 3 over 2 squared minus 3 over 2 squared, okay? Now we've just got to do the same algebra, but just be careful to track our negatives, okay? So x plus minus 3 over 2 is the same as just x minus 3 over 2. Not much more you can do with that, squared. Minus 3 times minus 3, as we evaluate this square here, so there's going to be minus 3 times minus 3 over 2 times 2. These negatives are going to cancel each other out, so that's going to be, this will wind up being a positive in this bracket, so this will be 9 over 4. Multiplying out this minus 1 here takes us back to being a negative, so that's x minus 3 over 2 squared minus 9 over 4, okay? Now, here we go. Shock horror. This is, everything has been thrown away, you know? Everything that we had with completing the square has been destroyed, or has it? Can you think of how we can cross this Rubicon and solve this problem? Sports Direct mug only. Well, here's a solution. I'm going to, firstly, factorise out this 2, okay? Look at this. 2 multiplies x squared minus 6x. Look at this, baby. We are back to the form that we're used to, okay? Everything's fine. I can now complete the square for this thing inside the bracket. I'll worry about this factor of 2 later. Coefficient of 2 later. Well, common factor of 2, now becoming a coefficient of this factor here. So let's go ahead and let's complete the square for this stuff in the bracket. So I'm not even concerned about the 2. The 2 can wait all the way over there, and we're just going to complete the square here. So we've got x squared minus 6x. So I'm going to look and I'm going to say b equals minus 6. So this is going to be 2 multiplies x plus b over 2 squared. So that's minus 6 over 2 squared minus 6 over 2 squared. Okay, I might need some more room here, so let's just drop this down a little bit. So that's 2 multiplies x minus 3 squared minus 36 over 4. 36 over 4. 36 over 4 is 9. Quick maths. 2x minus 3 squared minus 9. Last step. All we're going to do is we're just going to multiply 2 through by 2. We're going to multiply through by 2, So that's 2. X minus 3 squared minus 18. Bada bing. That counts as a completed square form. We love it. Let's crack on with this one. Again. Disgusting coefficient in front of the x squared term. We don't like. Okay, but guess what, buddy? You're in the right place to get rid of those coefficients, because we're going to go ahead and bada bing, factorize the ting out of the thing. Okay, so there we go. 3x squared minus 4x. This is in the right form, so my b equals negative 4. I can go ahead and rewrite this little bad boy right there, so that's going to be x plus minus 4 over 2, like that. Bam, squared minus 4 over 2 squared. Bosh. It's maths time. All we're doing is cranking the handle. That's x minus 2 squared minus 16 over 4 is 4 minus 4. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to multiply that 3 out. 3x minus 2 squared minus 12. Bosh. Okay? Right. Left. Okay. Right. Here we go. Dream Team, why don't you pause the video and give these a hashtag go. And we're back. Hopefully that all went well. I would show you some answers, but I haven't done them. So you're just gonna have to guess. You're gonna have to hope. Okay, so why did we even bother to complete the square? We're experts at completing the square, but why did we go there? Well, I dare to say that we can now solve these quadratics rather easily. So here I have some completed square forms, and we're going to solve them. And here's how we're going to do it. Firstly, I'm going to just do some algebra to get the squared term by itself. So this becomes, if I add 4 to both sides, that's x minus 3 squared equals 4. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the square root of both sides. Okay, so if I square root the left-hand side, I'm just left with x minus 3 and that equals plus or minus square root 4, which is plus or minus 2. Okay, so x then equals plus or minus 2 plus 3. So x either is minus 2, x is either minus 2 plus 3 or 2 plus 3. So x equals 1 or 5. So by getting in the complete square form, we could solve it pretty quickly. Let's do the same thing here. So I have, let's go for a fun colour. What's the most fun colour? Clearly this one. X plus 4 squared equals 10. X plus 4 equals plus or minus root 10. X equals plus or minus root 10 minus 4. So x equals root 10 minus 4 or minus root 10 minus 4. And let's just solve this last one here. So this time we have a coefficient multiplying the squared term. So let's go ahead and throw this 8 over, and I have 15. X minus 1 squared equals 8. Then I'm going to divide both sides by 15. That's the only real difference here. So x minus 1 squared. Why do I never give myself enough room? Here we go. More room. There you go. That's a nice clean slide. Everybody just look at the beautiful white space here. Come on, we love it. Okay. That's going to be 8 over 15. Square root x minus 1 equals plus or minus. That's square root 8 over 15. So x equals plus or minus square root 8 over 15 plus 1. So x equals either root 8 over 15 plus 1 or square root 8 minus 8 over 15 plus 1. Yes, good. All right, last thing that we're going to do is this. Oh my good golly gosh. There's a constant term, buddy. We are not happy with this at all, are we? Or are we? Have a think. Yes, it's fine. Trust me, it's fine. Here's what we're going to do. We are just going to, like all of our problems, ignore them and hope they go away. Always ignore your problems. That's healthy. What we're going to do is we're going to just take the x squared and the x term, and we're going to rewrite that in the complete square form. We're going to carry that constant term all the way down our algebra, and we're going to worry about it at the end. Okay, so here's an example. So let's just concern ourselves with with what I've highlighted in red. Okay, so I'm going to write this in a completed square form. So my b is 6. So this becomes x plus 6 over 2 squared minus 6 over 2 squared. And I'm just going to write that plus 1 at the end, but I don't even care about it right now. I'm just keeping it on there, right? So that becomes x plus 3 squared minus 3 squared and then plus 1. We don't even care about that. X plus 3 squared minus 9 plus 1. Now we can bring the 1 back into the fold. We pushed you away, 1. We were too cold to you, but now we love you again. We can just go x plus 3 squared minus 8. Bosh. And we're home and dry. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give myself more room. I think I've just got 2 examples and then I'm clocking off of YouTube. So here we go. We're going to just ignore the 1 and we're going to complete the square. Okay, so we know b is going to equal negative 4. So this yellow box becomes x plus minus 4 over 2 squared minus 4 over 2 squared. And then there's a plus 1 a million miles away over there, but we don't really care about it, okay? This is then x plus, minus 2 squared minus 16 over 4 is 4 plus 1. X minus 2 squared minus 3. Bosh. Last but not least, let's do this one. Let me just click and drag the completed square form down so you guys can follow that along. Here we go. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just rewrite this by shifting the constant term all the way over there so we don't have to worry about it. So this becomes 2x squared minus 16x plus 3. Okay? We're not even concerned. The next thing we've got to do, okay, is we've got to factorise out this 2 because we're not quite in this form yet, are we? So let's go 2 multiplies x squared minus 8x, bosh, plus 3. Okay? you can follow the algebra back up. If you expanded that 2, you get back to 2x squared minus 16x plus 3, which gets you back to the original right here, okay? So this is fine. Now we're in the right form for us to apply the completed square formula, okay? So this can become 2 multiplies. My b equals minus 8 here. I've written that right in the middle of the equation. Let's just do that over there. So that's x plus minus 8 over 2 squared minus 8 over 2 squared, bosh, plus 3. Okay, now it's just a question of algebra. So that's x minus 4 squared minus 64 over 4 is something. 64 divided by 4 is 16. Happy days. Minus 16, bosh, plus 3. I'm going to multiply this 2 back out. So bada bing, bada bosh. So that's 2x minus 4 squared minus 32 plus 3. At last, our plus 3 can be welcomed home. At last, the Jedi shall be no more. So this is 2x minus 4 squared minus 29. Bosh. And there's a completed square form. We could solve this bad boy as well. So we could go, say this was no longer an expression but an equation. We can have it like this. We go 2x minus 4 squared equals 29. X minus 4 squared equals 29 over 2. X minus 4 equals plus or minus that square root 29 over 2. X equals plus or minus square root 29 over 2 plus 4. So x equals minus root 29 over 2 plus 4, or root 29 over 2 plus 4. Okay, hopefully that helped. There is some completing the square. So there. And if you found that helpful, smash like, hit that subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Bow. Peace and love.